Good morning, everyone. This is Karl F. Rose recording from Bedford, Pennsylvania, Monday, February 10th, 2020. Now, let me get my introduction music here. We're going to start with that. Okay, now let me get my disclaimer out. Let me put my alarm here. Okay, if you're 13 years or under, please leave this podcast now. This is not this podcast is not targeted to children 13 and under, so please leave now. Okay, all right. Let's get into this. Recently, it's been I check my YouTube analytics all the time, and so the question for today is: do you think you are blacklisted on YouTube for one reason or another, or do you think there's a glitch or whatever? But I go through my analytics, and I'm certainly an expert. It's really hard to understand some of this stuff, but I look at it daily, but there's been some snags, and it seems like this morning some things got fixed, but there's one thing that's really bugging me, and I know that I'm not going to, well, I will mention a name. Roberto Blake, he's somebody I follow on YouTube as well as on Twitter, and I know he is no big fan of the thumbs down button. Me, personally, I think the thumbs up and the thumbs down need to be just abolished and in favor of something different. There seems to be a glitch. Anyway, let me get into this. See, the problem is I've heard from some of my subscribers, and what's happening is when they try to, for whatever reason, and now I did see a comment successfully post on my channel this morning, but they tried to comment and they got blocked. So apparently, and I made a request, and I made notices and that things weren't working right. And also, what was indicated to me is that when they tried to hit the thumbs up button, it automatically went to a thumbs down. Well, I'm not exactly sure how the analytics work, but it's what it's doing, what it's telling the algorithm is that nobody likes my videos. So what's happening? And this is really garbage, and this is killing my channel, and I am not too happy about it. And I suffer from, and if you're listening to this podcast, please send this out to Dr. Phil. He needs to know this. I have dystonia. In particular, I have spasmodic torticollis. I shake, my head turns. He probably knows. Maybe he doesn't know what it is, but he needs to study this. Because not only do I have the condition, but I also suffer from severe anxiety. I want to go across the street and jump across the river and to float down the river so I can die and or freeze to death with hypothermia, because that's where I'm at right now. I'm just so upset with all this, and all they got to do is change a few things on YouTube. I'm getting unfair treatment, and yes, I feel like I'm getting blacklisted for no reason at all, because I am getting hated because I have a disability that nobody understands. And I don't even think Dr. Phil understands. That's why this is really important, because I will go out in the river and I will jump and I will die. My landlord came by and he said he didn't want to mess in the apartment, so I'll just go in the river, because I feel like I am being blacklisted on YouTube. And I don't know what's going on, but the problem needs to be fixed. It needs to be fixed now, or I'm going to be floating down the river. I didn't want to bring up such a sour note, but this is the way it is. At least my podcast is going on without a hitch. So anyway, I just wanted to get this out. Please, if you're on my channel, or if you're on my podcast, go to my YouTube channel. Please hit the subscribe button and the bell notification. And then on my channel page, I have Karl's Corner Podcast. Go to that channel, subscribe to that channel too. Same thing, hit the subscribe button and bell notification. Things got to be done. And anyway, we will talk to you next week, hopefully on a much better subject. I wanted to talk about the Buffalo Sabres, but this was just too important. So we will talk to you next time.